Here's a tutorial on my American buttercream recipe. This is the same frosting that I use on all of my videos for my cakes and cupcakes. I get my stand mixer, and you could definitely use a hand mixer as well. Then you will need softened, unsalted butter. I used a 16-ounce box of butter that includes 4 sticks and is also equivalent to 2 cups. Now the brand of butter that you buy doesn't really matter. I've tried all different kinds and any will work great. Once I place my softened butter into my mixer, I turn it on and set it at the highest speed. You will leave the butter mixing for about 10 to 12 minutes. I definitely recommend setting a timer for this, because most of the time while I'm making buttercream, I'm also prepping other parts of my cake. And time really flies in the kitchen, so I don't want to overmix this. You will notice that your butter will slowly start to lighten in color. The butter was first this very yellowish tone, and by the time you're done mixing after those 10 minutes or so, it becomes this beautiful white color, which is exactly what you're looking for, especially if you're frosting a white cake. Here's a reference photo of what it looked like when we first started mixing. Once that's done, I turn off the mixer, and here's another way to know that your butter has been mixed long enough. Notice how that butter did not fall off the whisk when I lifted it up. It firmly stayed on there, and even if I try to take it off, it requires a little bit of work. Once the color of the butter and the consistency look great, now it's time to add the powdered sugar. Again, any brand will work, and I buy a 2-pound or 32-ounce bag. However, I will not be using the entire thing. I will be leaving just a little bit at the bottom. I personally don't ever measure my powdered sugar, but for exact measurement purposes, this bag of powdered sugar contains 7 cups. I would say use about 5.5 to 6 cups. And just for that visual, here's about how much I leave in the bag. Now, I personally do not use the sifter when pouring my powdered sugar into my butter, but you totally can. I know that my fondant recipe does call for sifting powdered sugar. That is very important, but I don't find it necessary for my buttercream, and it has never affected the texture. You definitely want to start this at the lowest setting, or the powdered sugar will just fly everywhere. Then you're going to want to get your spatula and just scrape all of that powdered sugar down into the butter. You don't want to leave any powdered sugar visibly along the bowl. Once you know that you're not going to have a big powdered sugar mess, you can switch up that setting and turn it to the highest speed. And you only want to do this for about 15 to 20 seconds. As long as your sugar and butter are well incorporated, you can turn that off. And for the last step, you're just going to add your flavored extract. For vanilla buttercream, you're going to want to add vanilla extract. Of course, you don't want to overpower it, so not too much, just about a tablespoon. And from here, you can play around with the flavors. You can add a strawberry extract. Almond is also very delicious. I personally love making coconut flavored buttercream and adding fresh chunks of pineapple. Or you can even add a little bit of Nutella, and it'll create a Nutella buttercream. Sorry, back to the tutorial. After adding the extract of your choice, I always add 1 to 2 tablespoons of water. Or you can also use any milk of your choice. This just gets rid of any grittiness or just smooths out that consistency, which is perfect for frosting or piping. From here, you can also now color your buttercream. I personally love AmeriColor brand food coloring. Here's what this frosting looks like as it's being piped. It looks so satisfying, and again, this is the same frosting that I use to make all of my cakes. I'm always able to get such a smooth finish. So definitely save this video for